Hello, my name is Bennett Back, and in my ceremonial speech, I am going to give tribute to Steve Jobs, one of the world's most technological geniuses. My specific purpose in my ceremonial speech is to explain and show how great of an influence Steve Jobs had on our society. Steve Jobs has left a massive footprint in the technological world of our society. Steve Jobs went from being a college dropout to having a net worth of over $10.2 billion. I'm sure a handful of you either know people who have an iPhone or have an iPhone of your own. The iPhone is arguably one of the most popular phones in the market, and if it weren't for Steve Jobs, the iPhone and much of his other technological advancements would likely not even exist. Steve Jobs is responsible for quite a lot of the technology that the average person uses in their daily lives. For example, iMacs, iPhones, MacBooks, or iPads are very popular pieces of technology that people use in their daily lives for either work or leisure. For example, I'm using my iPhone as note cards for my speech. As said before, Steve Jobs has left a massive footprint in the technological world of our society. First off, I will be describing how impressive Steve Jobs' accomplishments have been considering where he came from and how he got there. Second, I will examine Steve Jobs' technology and how it has vastly improved the lives of people all over the globe. And third, I will discuss Steve Jobs' top 10 awards and achievements. As said, Steve Jobs' accomplishments are so very impressive considering where he came from. As an infant, Steve Jobs was adopted by Clara and Paul Jobs. Jobs wasn't able to uncover information about his biological parents until he was 27 years of age. And then, after 6 months of attending Reed College, Jobs dropped out and spent the following months sneaking into creativity classes at the school. That is very impressive that he is a self-made billionaire without going to college. Jobs and his partner Steve Wozniak started their new company called Apple Computers out of their own garage with nothing but each other. The duo even got their first funding by Jobs selling his car and Wozniak selling his scientific calculator. Following the Apple II computer, the next several products had major design flaws resulting in consumer disappointment. IBM even surpassed Apple in sales, and this led to Jobs leaving Apple in 1985 to begin a new hardware and software company called Next Incorporated. In 1996, Apple purchased Next Incorporated for $429 million. The following year, Jobs became the CEO of Apple, and then in 2003, unfortunately, Jobs was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, which led to his death on October 5th in 2011. Aside from Jobs' struggles, let's take a look at how he helped improve upon the lives of others. Apple products have completely revolutionized the way that we do business, both for ourselves and our clients. Their simple, clean design and stunning interfaces mask incredibly complex technology, making world-class technology available to the everyday business person. 5 years ago, technology hindered us, but now with Apple technology, now lifts us. And that was a quote from Ryan O. Ramsey Barrett, CEO of ORM Corporate Advisors. But now that we've seen how much of an impact Jobs has had on the lives of many, let's take a look at some of his top 10 awards and achievements. For example, number 1, in the late 1970s, Steve Jobs went into business with Steve Wozniak to develop personal computers called the Apple II series. Another great example was how much of a stake that Jobs had in Pixar. Pixar created multiple box office hits such as Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, and Toy Story. Another example of with the creation of the iTunes Store, Apple revolutionized the downloading of music. And finally, after Apple released the iPad, a tablet computer that displays different media such as books, music, movies, and web content. In conclusion, Steve Jobs definitely did deserve that net worth he had, as if it weren't for him, his technology and the lives of others certainly would not be as far as they are today. That is Steve Jobs.